Hey folks, before we get started on the podcast, we wanted to take a second here and address some controversy over the latest episode.
It has come to our attention that the title we chose for this series of episodes, The Black Podcast, may have had some unintended meanings.
Yeah, there was some harsh feedback for what it was, and we do sincerely apologize for anybody who might have been offended by the name of the podcast or been misled about what it might contain.
The podcast was about Berserk, as some people are aware, but due to the confusing title, there were some other groups implicated as subjects of discussion throughout the podcast, which was unintentional and unfortunate.
Yeah. We've had long discussions with various civil rights leaders, and we determined that the best course of action is to sincerely apologize and for Stairmaster to make a sizable donation.
And for that, I will be asking you to contribute to the Buy Me a Coffee. Because winter is coming and we still live in half a house. Thank you.
Stairmaster has had to donate, I believe, his entire net worth to the NAACP, and this has severely drained our coffers because we don't have much of a budget, and
None, to be fair.
Yeah, we are a little bit low on a food supply. Our grain store is depleting rapidly.
We also did have to make a sizable donation of grain to the NAACP.
I think they're going to make bread with it.
And the Emperor has levied harsh taxes on us this autumn.
But the new name of the pod is the Pod of the Hawk, and as far as we're aware, there's no controversy for that. So enjoy the episode. Once again, we're very sorry about everything that happened here. And, just enjoy.
I just want to add to that real quick that I want to put out a heartfelt apology to the African American community. You know the one. And yes, enjoy the podcast, everybody. Thank you.
This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com. Hi there, folks, and welcome to The Pod of the Hawk. It's a Berserk podcast brought to you by us at TV Tuners. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and demon who's been around for 3,000 years or whatever the fuck, Stairmaster.
Haha, impressive. I've never podcasted with a human who could do a Joe from Family Guy voice so well before.
Yeah, well, you know.
That was not an invitation to do it.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Now I'm getting the spray bottle out.
Listen, you can't stop the voice once you brought it out.
You need to reevaluate your view of consent.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
You would be a good, Patrick Warlord would be a good Guts.
He'd be, would he? Not doing the Joe voice, I don't think.
Well, the Joe voice is just Patrick Warburton's voice.
I guess.
I mean, he screams, I guess, more as Joe, but just imagine Patrick Warburton being like, "That's not how you use your mouth."
Well, now I'm just hearing Brock from Venture Brothers giving out lectures.
Is Brock not Guts in the American
No.
version?
Also, Guts he's usually really moody rather than energetic, actually.
Yeah.
Suppose you're right. I guess Patrick Warburton should play Griffith instead.
Yes.
Why is my life garbage? Why do I walk around picking up pieces of garbage and putting them in the trash can and then kicking the trash can over? What is the point of this cycle?
Well, he thinks that, but he never says it. You just have to
that other voice
body
you're hearing,
language.
of course, is my other co-host and abusive father figure who I will accidentally kill, Kiorain.
Yeah, just be glad, Swanson, that this whole sequence got heavily censored, or you'd be in a real bad situation.
Yeah, I'm glad that if we didn't faithfully adapt the manga based off of what I've heard.
I'm glad that we cut out a very pivotal moment in Guts' life.
Fine by me.
Yeah, they got rid of like a critical character to Guts' history.
Well,
The dog?
no, a named dark-skinned man.
I'd just like to make a quick announcement.
That guy actually does have a name.
We're very sorry about the depiction of the character known as Donovan in the original Berserk manga.
It's Donovan.
He is not meant to be any type of racial caricature of any kind.
Is this like a Mr. Popo scenario?
Yes.
He's simply a bad man who does
His
bad
brow
things.
is problematic. If
Oh,
he did not
no.
have that sort of forehead.
Oh no. Is this actual
If you-
size? Why is this guy...
I think it's foreshortening because he towered over Guts. When he,
When he.
This guy's name is Donovan.
Donovan.
Okay.
I think he's just supposed to be Mediterranean.
On behalf of Kentaro Miura, rest in peace, I would like to announce that there's nothing problematic about this character. And we're going to move on.
Donovan, uncancelled. Alright, well, welcome to another episode of our Berserk podcast. We're going through Berserk 3 episodes at a time until the 1997 series, of course, until we are finished with it. For good. And yeah, we're pounding through it, guys. It's 3 more episodes here, and it's going to be a doozy. But before we get to talking about it, I got a question for you guys. If you had a quip, a comment, perhaps a question of your own, foresight otherwise, where would you send it?
I would probably pen an acclaimed manga about my quip or foresight or otherwise. And let's see. Where would I publish that, though? I would publish that.
No, not Shonen Jump.
Yeah, the Berserk is show.
The editorial staff would be very displeased if you tried to publish.
I don't want to pronounce this because I can't, but
Well, you gotta try. Young Animal?
Haku Sensha.
Cancelled.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm canceled. But that's apparently where Berserk was published, and I'll publish it there.
No. That's a company. The magazine was Monthly Animal House,
Oh, like
which
John
also
Belushi was
featured
there?
photos of gravure idols.
Yeah, I'll publish it there, whatever my thoughts are. What would you do, Stair?
I would also publish a manga, but that's because I got a message to say to the world. That I have,
so
I
it's
don't
like
know.
a manga. It's like a manga festo.
It's like it's a manga festo.
I'm pretty sure your message would be like all lowercase, no punctuation.
Yeah.
I'm horny.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's what most manga authors are like.
Yeah.
True. So yeah, if you had any of those quip, comment, question, foresight, otherwise, you could send them to us at our email address, tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com, and we'd read them aloud on the podcast.
Oh, that's what you were getting at with that whole spiel? Okay. All right.
Yeah, what's that email, Kiorain?
Yeah, that's tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. You should have just asked me what the email was. I would have told you earlier.
Oh, well, something to know for next time. But of course, email isn't the only way that you can speak with us, meet with us, talk with us.
Okay, go on.
You can go to twitter.com and
yes,
check us out over there at TV Tuners.
No.
It's where we have tons of great TV content.
No.
Yeah.
What about
that's
the
what we do
Discord?
over there?
What about the Discord?
Well, we have a Discord too, and you know how you get the link to the Discord, Keyrain and Star?
You email us asking for it?
yes.
Well, yeah, that helps too. But you could also go to the Twitter account that's there.
Oh, okay. Where is it on there? How do I get to it?
It's on the bio.
That's right.
Okay. What else is on the bio? Let me see this bio. We're a proud part of BHM Podcasts.
That's right. Especially the part where we say proud.
Yeah, we're very proud.
But the Twitter is not just for us to be posting fun TV content, of course. We use it to scour the Twitterverse for the tweet of the week. And Stairmaster, I've heard we got a good one.
Yeah, this tweet comes from It's Your Boy at beer_drinker777 who writes, "Yeah, I'm trans. Transitioning to behind the wheel after 14 ice cold beers." Well, I think we know which ones is going to rate this.
Yeah, that's a 14 out of 14.
Yeah, this is a perfect tweet.
That's good, all right.
I just there's nothing. There's no flaw with this tweet.
It do really be like that.
Yeah. Have we retweeted this as the TV Tuners account?
No.
We should.
I love this top tweet that posts the stock photo of a guy driving and not watching the road and offering a beer.
Yeah, this is a tune-in all the way, of course. I mean, come on. One, it's something we all long to do, but are too afraid to try.
To drink.
It's behind the wheel. In this person, it's your boy at beerdrinker777 is brave enough to is doing what we all want. They are anyway.
Also, remember that 77% of all accidents are caused by sober drivers. Before you start,
It's true.
Before you call in the morality police on us.
It's true.
Yeah,
Let's not ask about the other percentage.
Yeah. Let's just do a podcast where we like play defense for various vices and crimes.
I was thinking we'd do a podcast where we drunk drive.
Sounds like a short podcast.
maybe I like point the video camera at my face and I talk about the Biden administration.
Okay, Stare, I was looking at the exact same photo that you posted, so Keanu has to describe it.
Oh. No, he doesn't.
Well, Keo knows who this is, right?
Dylan McDermott.
Is this the guy from Star Wars?
Yeah, this is Luke Star Wars.
Is he about to go kill somebody? With his is he about to get?
He actually has already killed somebody after this.
I feel like he's done killing people at this point.
Yeah, he's putting his killing sword away, which is the lightsaber.
That's a sword?
No. Also, Luke
it's a laser
Skywalker
sword.
technically doesn't kill anybody in Star Wars.
He shoots a few stormtroopers in Empire Strikes Back, and also he kills a ton of people at Jabba's yacht.
I just want to quickly point out that drunk driving is unacceptable behavior, and I'm going to tune out on this tweet because it's really glorifying it's basically a violent behavior, to be honest with you guys.
Okay, but have you considered that if you tune in on that tweet, we can apologize for it next week, and that would be very funny to do.
I'm going to tune in on this tweet because it's hilarious. And
to describe this photo, because Keo did not. This is Luke Skywalker smiling, and it says it's a meme that says, "My last look at the party while all the women scream at me not to drive."
I like the
It's specifically the look that Luke gives right before we see the Jedi ghost at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, right before he turns his back on them. Yeah. Women do be like that, though.
True.
Is it only women who oppose drunk driving? Are the bros just
it's
like...
for the fellas, Kyo.
Yeah, drunk driving's for the fellas, Kyo.
Drunk driving is a masculine behavior.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, that's tune in, I think. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a tune in.
At Beer Drinkers 777. A winner is you.
Hopefully one day I'll be brave enough.
Let's take this guy out for a few cold ones after this.
Yeah, and when we're done, he's driving. All right, well, there is one last thing I have to ask. One last question for everybody. What'd you watch this week? On. Anything fun, interesting?
Oh, well, I watched the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I've come to the conclusion that Kyo is fake and gay.
What do you mean? I liked it.
You said it wasn't as good.
I said it wasn't the same. I said I liked it.
Yeah, but you made it sound worse.
Wrong. I did not say it was bad at all. I had nothing negative to say about it. It was just more low key. It was less like a...
Stare, are you mad that he lowered your expectations enough that you weren't, like, disappointed?
Yeah. What would my expectations be? Then
probably high.
If I had told you that it was a 20-minute version of the YouTube videos that you watched years ago that were getting millions of views and you could watch over and over and over again...
Well, these are also on YouTube.
And, well, they're not the same thing. If you were to go watch that with that expectation, you'd be like, Kyo, what the hell did you say to me? That was not the same.
I don't think so. I think I would be nice to you because you're my friend.
You would bully me and you would put me in... I would
not. Stop being a bitch.
You put me in the TV Tuner's locker. I have
never been like that.
You put me in the TV Tuner's locker. But yeah, I thought it was great. But again, if you went in there expecting the original YouTube series, it is not like it. It's different. Which is what I say.
So
and wasn't it pretty funny though?
It was pretty funny. I liked it.
Yeah, it was more comedic than the original series.
Looks like I'm gonna have to check it out.
In terms of quantity.
I told you it's not a musical the whole time. It's
I'm gonna have to add it to the long list of shows that I have to watch.
That Swanson will never watch because he hates us.
That's right. I hate you guys, and I especially hate those very popular videos that I watched and was obsessed with for.
Yeah, and there was like a span where we kept quoting it on the pod.
Well, yeah, everyone was quoting it everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I still quote some of it sometimes.
Greedy to quote all that.
Yes, that's a good one. We're running out of time.
There's always time for a song.
Yeah, good ones.
I remember Stare used to always talk about living alone underground.
I do.
Well, that's, yeah. I mean...
That came true.
Yeah, that part is true. Anything else there?
No. Okay. I've been watching A Very British Coup, this BBC miniseries from 1991.
About a coup?
Essentially, it's what if Bernie became president.
Damn. But also it's in Britain.
Yeah. So this socialist guy gets elected prime minister. And so it's like following the machinations of him and his enemies, the British media and the CIA.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to stop him from enacting his manifesto.
Damn.
His agenda. It's kind of strange because the show is very sympathetic to him. It's almost like there's like some unconscious venting. Like they're saying we can't have this. We're not worthy of having a better society. We're nothing but little pigs.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, and it's also only 3 episodes.
Man, those British.
Yeah.
They'll be like, 3 episodes is enough for this.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it was.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give a shout out this week to...
Also it's directed by the dude who did Threads and Volcano.
Wait, the guy who did Threads did Volcano?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one, too. Volcano's the movie that ends with Ash being all over everybody.
With the blackface.
Everyone thinks everyone gets along now because the racial harmony has been found via Volcano.
Yeah.
What a movie.
Yeah.
The 90s truly were a different time.
Yeah, and Tommy Lee Jones coincidentally disappears from the film at that point.
Yeah, well. I'm going to give a shout out this week to the only network sitcom worth watching. Perhaps the only thing on network TV worth watching. The Barren Hellscape.
Malcolm in the Middle.
It is. It's not, sorry to burst your bubbles there, but Malcolm in the Middle is no longer on the air.
Oh.
Abbott Elementary. I think I talked about this show last season when it was on, but it's a show set in a school that manages to not be depressing the entire time. It's pretty fun. Good show, good cast. Funny.
Well, I'll just take
it makes you smile and laugh.
Yeah, it makes me go, haha.
Does it make you go, ooh?
Ooh.
Yeah, sometimes. The first episode of this new season does have a sequence where one of the characters attempts to drive their car away from... no. They attempt to drive their car with a boot on it. And everyone watches in anguish as they attempt to drive their car away.
Like, do they know there's a boot on it, or they just kind of get in the car, like...
They're having a breakdown, and they're going to just try and drive the car away because it's in the wrong spot, so they're going to go put it somewhere else.
Oh, that's not going to work, Swanson.
No, it's not. It doesn't.
It's going to mess up your car real bad, if it even moves.
But yeah, good show, great cast, fun times. Other than that, let's see, what do I want to talk about? I watched the movie Fargo.
Oh?
Yeah, it still holds up.
Fargo?
The movie kicks ass.
Never heard of it.
Okay, you'll get this. Imagine people are in Minnesota.
Well, it lies about being based on a true story.
Oh,
so
no, it's real.
It's true to somebody.
Is it true to like your weird uncle who believes in like conspiracies, or what do you mean?
I mean, it depends on what you think by true story, because I feel like the people depicted in the film are probably true in some fashion.
What fashion would that be?
Like, I'm sure people like the characters in the movie exist.
Similar to.
Yes. Similar to a true
White
story.
women are historically attested to.
Yes. But yeah, no, the movie kicks ass. You can find my writing on it at the Avocado. It should be up it's up now, so yeah,
it's up
by the time the podcast is out for sure.
It's been up.
It's been up as of today, yes. But yeah, good movie, still good. Nothing's changed. Perhaps even better than I remembered it, because it's been 5 years since I saw it last. That screenplay just doesn't stop. There's a moment in the movie where there's 30 minutes left, and one of the characters says, it'll only take us 30 minutes to wrap this whole thing up. And then it does. The movie ends in 30 minutes.
That's incredible.
That's some true commitment to your ability to tie your movie together.
What if you had a movie and the opening crawl was, this shit is entirely made up?
That'd be great. All movies should say that. Even ones based on true stories.
What, even Schindler's List, Swanson?
Yeah.
Okay. Respect.
Yeah, they should have like a notice on the screen during Schindler's List that says dramatization during various scenes.
Oh, the emergency broadcast beep is going off.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, of course, that the standout of everyone talks about Frances McDormand or William H. Macy in the movie, but Steve Buscemi is just really good in Fargo. He's playing
everyone
this.
Loves.
Yeah, he's playing I think it's his best role actually. He's playing this guy who just can't stop talking for the life of him.
That's a classic Steve Buscemi role.
Yeah, it's great. There's a scene I forgot about where he's driving in the car with his mostly silent criminal compatriot, and the guy's not talking at all, and he's like, "Fine, I don't gotta talk either, man. Total silence. I don't gotta talk. It's gonna be keep talk. I'm not. You can see how you like it, and just
that's like us on the podcast.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you're Steve Buscemi, and I'm the stoic guy.
Peter Stormare about ready to put Keo in the wood chipper.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just watching in horror. Yeah, good movie.
You're either horrified or amused, like you switch throughout the discussion.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it's like American Psycho, where William Dafoe's expression keeps changing. So you can't tell if he knows or doesn't.
Yeah.
Speaking of William Dafoe, I also watched The Lighthouse.
That's also like this podcast.
It's true. It's just people arguing back and forth and slowly going insane. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's essentially just an hour and a half of William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson yelling at each other and vaguely trying to have sex with each other.
Ooh.
Vaguely.
Yeah, the emphasis on vague. It's more of like a metaphor. But yeah,
like more vague than Char's Counterattack.
Yeah. It's a little less on the nose.
They do not. Yeah, they don't wrestle in the grass.
Rob Pattinson does mind fuck a mermaid though.
Oh, how do I watch this movie?
Well, I found it through other means because it's not available on streaming services. Nope, unless you got Canopy, which I've learned is a thing for people with library cards. Last but not least, of course, speaking of brutal murders like in Fargo, I watched Halloween, the 2018, what do they call them, requels?
Requels. The Force Awakens calls.
Yes. Yeah, Michael Myers comes out and they're like, he stabs now?
Nice.
He stabs now.
Right,
well, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't want to be present for that situation.
It was pretty alright. It wasn't bad. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to watch the other two yet, but we'll see how the rest of this October goes.
Yeah, I don't think you should bother watching them.
But this one was good. It was fun. There was some great kills. It's Michael Myers. What do you want? He's stabbing people.
I could take him.
Someone was hooting and hollering when the elderly black woman got killed.
I was actually hootering and hollering when he does a single stomp and crushes an entire man's head.
Yeah, that was pretty based.
Because Michael Myers, it's been 40 years since the original movie when this takes place, so Michael Myers has to be in like his 60s.
Age hasn't slowed him down a bit.
No, he's been working his legs consistently for 40 years.
He hasn't. He's been standing in one spot all the time.
Well, we don't know. He could be walking around. I guess they do say he's been standing in that one spot the whole time. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the key. We're all busy working out. Turns out if you stand completely stationary for 40 years, your leg muscles are just toned to shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But yeah, good movie. Shame about them making more of them. I can't wait. I'm morbidly curious to see the last one because I don't know how you top the quote-unquote death that they give Michael Myers in this one, so I'm gonna guess they don't.
No, he's still alive at the end of Halloween Kills.
Well, yeah, because he's still alive at the post-credit scene in this one, but...
Yeah, but that's different. That's a post-credit stinger.
True. But yeah, it should have, should have just been the one. movie, maybe.
And that's just spooky breathing. That could just be there to scare you if they hadn't made a sequel.
True. Like the original movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'd say tune into all 3 movies, by the way. I don't think I said tune into any of them, but tune into all of them. Keo, I take it you're good?
I didn't watch nothing. I didn't watch anything, Swanson. I don't need to be questioned like this because I didn't watch anything. I didn't
He's
do
been
anything
busy
wrong.
with the stock market. It's been a bad week.
He's checking them. He's like frantically scribbling notes.
Numbers keep going down, but I keep buying and going in this downward spiral.
Yeah, that's life.
The Bank of England is in big trouble, folks.
Man, hate to live there.
I assume by the time this episode gets released, it will no longer exist.
Oh no. That'll be bad for everyone. But mostly England.
It's almost karmic.
True. Well, with all that out of the way, I do have one last segment. It's a segment near and dear to everybody's hearts. Back after a long hiatus. It's Guess Who's Coming! Hit the theme, Keo.
Oh.
Very solemn. Welcome to Guess Who's Coming. It's a monthly, sometimes, game show where I give Stairmaster and Kyorain the names of upcoming TV shows for the month of October, and they have to guess what the premise is. The person closest gets a point, and the winner gets a prize.
So it's about a guy who lives on a pumpkin patch.
I haven't said
every
name
day
yet, Keo.
Something unexpected comes out of one of the pumpkins, and he has to deal with it.
Are you trying to give Stair like an upper hand by saying your idea before the name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, what's the name of the show, Swanson?
The show, this is an ABC show. It's called Alaska Daily.
Oh, I don't think they have pumpkins in Alaska.
All frozen.
Okay, so this is a guy who lives out in the woods of Alaska. But he's got like a community. And there's a bear that eats his garbage sometimes.
That sounds
Maybe
funny.
he's gay? Maybe he's gay married? I don't know. I don't know what ABC does these days.
The series follows Eileen Fitzgerald, a fiercely talented
Wait. Can I have a do-over on mine since
I thought you were doing it, buddy.
Yeah, look, I take it back. It back. Stairmaster, I can beat Stairmasters, I'm sure.
Stair.
Fuck it, let's ball.
All right.
All right, so there's this guy. He wears a hat, and like it has like a pen in it, because he's like a tabloid guy, who he gets the latest scoops in Alaska, and there's not much because it's mostly just like ice and dirt.
Yes.
So he has to really drive really far to get his daily scoops
to Canada.
Keo, I appreciate that you heard me say the name Eileen Fitzgerald, but still said it's a guy.
I didn't listen to what you said.
Yeah, Keo's honorable like that.
The series follows Eileen Fitzgerald, a fiercely talented and award-winning investigative journalist who leaves her high-profile New York life behind after a fall from grace to join a daily Metro newspaper in Anchorage on a journey to find both personal and professional redemption. Keo did win this ball toss, I think.
I heard the daily part. It's like, oh, this is probably a news thing. But then I decided to go my own way anyway.
Yeah,
you're going MGTOW on this?
Yes.
It's
the Stairmaster way.
Stair cell.
Because the moment Stair didn't mention anything news related, I quickly decided that I had to have the point on this one.
So there you go. That's 1 point, Keo.
I was trying to flex on Keo.
and you got flexed
Wow.
on instead. Next up, we got a CBS show, Fire Country.
Oh, is this okay?
Alright,
So this is just about California. It's on fire.
No, this is about Colorado.
Colorado on fire too now.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Everything
just,
Yeah.
this is just
We're-
what state's on fire.
Yes. There's a large swath of America that catches on fire, Keo.
Yeah, not me.
It's growing increasingly larger year by year.
Yeah, not me. I'm good forever and ever, I bet. I'll never catch on fire.
Okay, is it? I'm pretty sure it's California, but
I'm gonna bet it's Colorado.
that's a terrible guess. But let's see.
All right, well,
Let's see who's right.
We didn't even give our show purpose. We just said.
I'm telling you, it's about California being on fire. What else can I say about it? What if I gotta say it's about like it's like a fire chief who
Maybe-
jerks off onto the fire in California.
He starts the fire and then jerks off onto them.
Bode Donovan, a young convict seeking redemption in a shortened prison sentence by joining an unconventional prison release firefighting program in Northern California,
Fuck!
where he and other inmates are partnered with elite firefighters to extinguish massive, unpredictable wildfires across the region.
Sir, come on, Colorado, really?
There's so many parts of America that catch on fire, Keo.
I am so glad I got that right, because if I got that wrong and was so smug, I would have been so owned.
Yeah,
That would have been the
true.
last episode Keo's ever on.
Yeah, Keo would have killed himself immediately.
You'd have to be replaced the very next episode.
All right. With that, we move to the world of streaming.
Okay.
And this Amazon TV show, The Peripheral.
Alright, so this is
Oh,
about
that
a
sounds
secret
really-
organization of dudes who kill good for America. Or maybe like a corporation.
Great.
All right, it's about. I was gonna say a guy, but I think it's a girl this time because I'm not want to say the same thing.
You
twice.
Female.
You sure
It's a
about
girl. Yeah, it's a girl. She has like some kind of special like eye power.
this? I guess.
Yeah, she's got a code Geass.
Do those let you see like 180 degrees in perfect view? Is that
No.
what those do? I'm pretty sure they're
No.
more powerful than that. But no, that's all she gets. She can just see. She just sees like to the left and right, real good.
So she's like a
And-
bodyguard? Because she can see.
Yeah, yeah. She does some kind of like something like that. And like if you throw a brick at her from the left, she can see it perfectly and catch it.
I'm imagining the brick is in slow motion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Flynn Fisher.
Either that, Swanson. Can I give you an alternative, and
No.
you can just pick the best of the two? So
No.
I have an advantage.
No, that's kind of fucked up, though.
You're already 2-0.
Why would you do that?
What more
You
advantage
know?
do you need? This is how rich
What's wrong
people
with you?
become richer.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a second one, but don't consider this one.
Okay.
Just if it's better, I don't get to keep it. All right. So this is a show about the periphery, like the less important people, and like the important things are happening on the show, but like it's only kind of mentioned, and other people are just kind of like somewhat engaged with it, but they're not really involved.
Hmm.
There's like a crazy like plot going on, like it's like insane. Things are going down. The whole world's gonna change, but we don't get to watch that. We get to just see like people who are vaguely related to it kind of react somewhat to it, but they're not really that engaged.
Flynn Fisher lives in the rural American South, working at the local 3D printing shop, while earning much-needed extra money playing VR games for rich people. One night, she dons a headset and finds herself in futuristic London, a sleek and mysterious world alluringly different from her own hardscrabble existence. Presumably the bank doesn't exist. But this isn't like any game she's ever played before. Flynn begins to realize it isn't virtual reality, it's real. Someone in London, 70 years in the future, has found a way to open a door to Flynn's world, and as utterly beguiling as London is, it's also dangerous. Oh, so the bank literally doesn't exist.
Told you.
Is this an isekai?
Yes.
I guess. My life as a guy in London in the future?
My life as a girl.
Well, no, the girl is being transported to London in the future.
Yeah, so my life as a girl transported to London in the future.
Anyway,
what was Stairs' premise?
I don't care. My premise was it was about a secret organization of guys who kill good.
Well, I mean, it still could be, I guess, although it's not in the description at all.
No.
Sounds like there's probably some kind of secret thing in London in the future, right?
Well, I said there might be a corporation.
Oh, true.
I mean, that's definitely... I don't know.
It's true. Kyo's was mostly focused on eyes.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
There
I
are
got fixated on
goggles in
peripheral.
this.
Yeah,
Yep.
VR headset, and I think those have something to do with peripheral vision, maybe.
This is
That's why it's
interesting
called
because you both
peripherals,
seem to be
because
trying
you-
to help the other person win.
Or friends, Swanson. Have you ever considered that?
Yeah, Swanson. We had a bit of a tryst, and we're good friends now.
All right, give me the one sentence reason you should win.
I love you.
Had to beat that.
VR headsets are something that you put over your eyes and see things, and peripheral vision is how you see things to the left and right of you, and I think that's something to do with VR headsets.
On one hand, Kyo does have a valid point. On the other, Stare loves me. Point Stare.
Whoa.
Because love always wins. Next up, this is a Peacock series.
Uh-oh.
I love you, you hate me.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I know what this is.
You know exactly what it is, or you think you know what it is?
Yeah, this is a documentary. Or maybe a drama doc. About Barney the dinosaur. The guy who played him. And his fucked up life.
Okay, well, I think we skipped this one, since that's not fair. It's not fair, Swanson.
Alright, I can give you another one.
I was gonna say it was about Barney or some like dark version of Barney, but I think that was obvious.
Alright, we're gonna briefly jump back to Broadcast Network TV here for a CW show.
Okay.
Walker Independence.
You said Walker Independence?
That's right.
So, this is a spin-off of Walker, but without the guy from Supernatural, because they couldn't afford him anymore. That's why it's called Independence.
Because they're independent of him.
Yeah.
What's happening in it? If it's not him, who will be focused on?
New guy. It'll be the daughter. She'll be doing karate kicks now.
Oh, yeah, probably.
All right, this is so Walker, the titular Walker from what was it called? Texas Ranger Walker.
That's right.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
He there's been like a time rift, and America's in danger. They're gonna lose the War of Independence. So he's gotta go back to the past.
Kyo, I gotta tell you, I would watch the fuck out of this show.
So yeah, he does that.
Oh,
And
those
it's-
British
yeah.
guys would not stand a fucking chance.
Yeah, your musket against his kicks?
Or a semi-automatic handgun.
Well, that too, but... alright. Set in the late 1800s, Walker Independence is an origin story for CW's current hit series, Walker. It follows Abby Walker, an affluent and tough-minded Bostonian whose husband is murdered before her eyes while on their journey out west. After crossing paths with Callian, a curious Apache tracker, Abby arrives in town of Independence, Texas, where she encounters diverse and eclectic residents running from their past, chasing their dreams and keeping their own secrets.
Oh, so many people are going to be mad about this. So,
What is... What?
you won, Keo. Congratulations.
I mean, I won by giving a pitch for something way more interesting than whatever Swanson just described.
That's right. This is an this is an origin story for Walker, Texas Ranger. Because if you've been if you watch the show and you're like, I wonder what that dude's deal is, specifically what his ancestors' deal is.
But the thing was in Walker, Texas Ranger, when you flashed back to the 1800s Walker, it was still Chuck Norris playing him.
Right.
Are they going to get like a lady actor who looks like the guy from Supernatural?
So wait, they did do like 1800s episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like just them copying that idea, but making it like CWing it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
By the way, did we mention that the CW is like going bankrupt?
I think so.
No, I don't think we did.
And we mentioned it was
we said it was like for sale.
Maybe.
Yeah, we mentioned it was
talked
for
about...
sale, but like that it's doing very poorly business-wise.
Well, everyone's going out of business. There's a global financial meltdown going on.
The fact that it's for sale does imply that they're not doing well.
Yeah, I guess
it's not explicit.
Oh yeah, we were trying to bid for it.
Maybe if we wait a couple years, we might be able to. All right, Keo, you have a pretty sizable lead.
Yeah.
Most mathematicians say it's insurmountable.
It's true, because there is only one thing left. But we're going to do it anyway. This is a Netflix show titled The Midnight Club.
So this is Netflix's version set up for their Persona cinematic universe. And this is the room you go to get your personas.
Is that it?
And I got some British guy wearing a nose prosthesis to play what's his name.
Like Dan Aykroyd in Nothing But Trouble?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never played a Persona.
So this is the guy with a penis on his nose?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so the Midnight Club is about a tight-knit secret organization that researches magic and supernatural occurrences for the betterment of humanity.
Okay, I want to say maybe it's an adaptation of the Rockstar racing game on the PS2, Midnight Club. That'd be cool. But I don't think those games had a plot.
I don't know if Netflix could afford a racing show.
Yeah, they don't have any room. They don't have a place in their warehouse to put the cars.
Yeah, true. At a hospice for terminally ill young adults, 8 patients come together every night at midnight to tell each other stories and make a pact that the next of them to die will give the group a sign from the beyond. That's it.
Do they? Do they get a sign from the beyond?
I don't know. I don't watch the movie. I don't watch the show.
Is a show about the stories they tell? Is it like...
Sorry, guys, I got interrupted. What is the show about?
At a hospice for terminally ill young adults, 8 patients come together every night at midnight to tell each other stories and make a pact that the next of them to die will give the group a sign from the beyond.
The end.
Do I win?
So, like, are there do we get to see the stories acted out?
I mean, I don't know, Stare. I'm just reading the premises here, man.
But I don't understand how that's a show. It feels like we're missing several key details.
Well,
that's just...
I don't know.
That's why they want you to watch it so you can find out, Stare.
I mean, usually if you're doing a serial drama, you have a status quo that gets upturned. All they did was see what the status quo was. Are they going to get a message from the beyond?
Yes, they do get a message from the beyond, Starmaster. That's what the...
Okay, well, why don't you say that?
It's enigmatic. They want you to really
And then they get a message from... And then they get a message that changes everything. See, that's how you end your synopsis to get people interested. Anyways, Kale gets the point.
Yeah, Keo, you definitively win this round of Guess Who's
I don't
Coming.
even remember what Keo said.
Yeah, I just described the Midnight Squad from a video game I played. I just described that because it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not patently, but you do win by default.
I mean, it's close enough. It's like some weirdos who gather around us to do something supernatural.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why.
Ill kids are weirdos, Keo.
Huh?
I'll tell you why you win, Keo. It's because Stairmaster specifically said this had something to do with the video game series Persona.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room is where you go in Persona to get the personas.
If Stair had made like a similar suggestion of it's just a place where you go and get like a alternate personality.
Well, I was saying they specifically were trying to find like information about supernatural stuff.
Oh, they're telling stories. That's a form of sharing information.
True, they're telling stories.
Well,
That's why
they're specifically trying to look for signs of something, aren't they? Like, wasn't that the premise that they're trying to see who dies so they could figure out what's going to happen?
No, they tell the stories and then they make a promise the next one who dies should leave a message from the beyond.
Yeah, so this isn't like an anthology thing with their stories. It's just that, at least as far as I can tell. Again, I did not watch this.
So it's sort of
Anyway,
like Metal Gear Solid 2.
Anyway, you've
So
won,
what's my
Keo.
prize? Do I die?
No, I mean, you don't die yet. I got you this nice little amulet that I found. I think it's alive.
Oh, so it's like a little guy, a little face.
Yeah, he looks like a nice little guy.
He's going like, oh.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a big deal that he looks like he's screaming.
He's going, hey, oh, hey.
He's probably just like watching the big game or something.
I mean, in a way, he is.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, enjoy that, Keo. I'm sure it will be great, not in any way.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it like a necklace.
Yeah, that's good. And listen, that's another rousing edition of Guess Who's Coming. And with that done and over with, it's time for us to get to our main event. We watched Berserk, and now we're going to talk about it. Fellas, we watched 3 episodes, continuing our run here. And,
True.
you know, I'm feeling a little bit better about this show. Slightly.
Well, she said you were liking it last week.
Well, before we move on, though, I have a question for you, Swanson.
No, I said I liked the last episode, Stairmaster. The other 2 were very slow and confusing.
Swanson, listen to me.
Listen.
I got a question for you, okay?
Okay.
In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least, it is true that man has no control, even over his own will.
Is that a
It's not
question?
a question.
Thoughts?
Not a question.
Thoughts. You said thought. Okay.
Oh.
Thoughts. True. I agree.
So,
Yep.
so the destiny of mankind is controlled?
Now, man is powerless against his own
Free will.
wills.
Well, is it like the hand of God hovering above?
No.
Maybe.
No. I don't know. I don't really see any hands hovering above me or anything.
What if there was a hand that flew around the earth and every 24 hours it picked one person to pick up and squeeze to death?
I think I'd stay
And no
inside.
And it would always travel fast, slightly faster than the person it chose.
I think people would worship the hand,
Yeah, like people.
for starters.
People would give gifts to the hand.
And the hand would just ignore them.
Yeah. Well,
They try to make like a giant ring for the hand.
Well, of course, because they would try to talk to the hand, but the hand don't talk back.
Yeah.
We all know that. Anyway,
Obviously.
this first episode that we watched, oddly enough, titled "The Hand of God."
Strange.
So
Go on. I'm intrigued so far. Keep going.
So we get Guts, and he's hanging out. He's brooding like he normally does. And, he's talking with one of the members of the group. I think it's Rickard, maybe. And they're talking. They're chatting about, and he's like,
"Yeah, Rickard's a good one."
I'm starting to feel okay with this group. There's nothing. Most mercenary groups have shady past. And there's nothing shady with this group. Anyway, I gotta go hang out with Griffith real quick. And Griffith is just hanging out.
He's
naked,
bathing. He's bathing, Swanson.
Well, who among us doesn't call our friends in as we're finishing up bathing to have a naked bathwater fight, where you splash each other with water.
I plead the fifth on this one.
Did you get a look
everyone's
at
done
Griffith's
it, right?
ass?
It's a bonding exercise.
That man is caked up.
Yeah, but only in the back. In the front, he's like a Ken
Well,
doll,
most
apparently.
men are only caked up in the back.
True. But he's very smooth on the other side.
They really don't show us that dick dong. He's a Ken doll.
No, yeah, he's Dr. Manhattan at the end of The Watchmen. I guess the beginning of Watchmen? Yeah.
That's a beauty.
It's the
That's
beauty,
the beauty
of this.
of it, because he's at the beginning and the end.
It's true, yeah. But so yeah, Griffith dickless, apparently. In the parlance of Bill Murray.
No, Swanson, come on. They just can't show dick dong on this.
He's
He's got a penis, and Guts does see it. He looks at it briefly.
Briefly?
So they can literally show T and A, but no D?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's male privilege. We get to hide her. Shame.
It's kind of fucked up that you can't see Griffith's ding dong, but you can see Goku's as a child.
Yeah, they're allowed to show just
Well, that's because it's funny.
like
Allegedly.
underdeveloped. But once it becomes a true dick dong, it's no longer permitted.
Once it's reached its true form.
Yeah.
I would argue it's even funnier.
Yeah, I mean,
Keo knows. He's imagining it.
Keo's laughing because he knows.
I am quite aware.
So yeah, they have their whole bathwater fight bonding experience.
Yeah, this
time.
is sweet. I felt happy for them.
Yeah, they're just letting it all out. And then we get a
By
flashback.
the way, Griffith is bathing by using a bucket from a well.
Yeah, it's just how
That's
you
why
did it.
he's just. That's why he's out in the courtyard nude.
Yeah, it's not just because he's there hanging out.
Yeah. But he does implore Guts to take off his clothes.
Guts does not oblige. We get a flashback to Guts's childhood. He's hanging out with this guy we met in his demon dream, Gambino.
His very much censored childhood here.
Yeah,
This key information that should have been episode 2.
Yeah, so we get he's hanging out with this guy, Gambino. Apparently, Gambino's wife, or like now dead wife, found him after he had been born by someone who was hung. We discussed this last week, but now they're just like explaining it to us. And Gambino's
but they're explaining it via exposition instead of showing us.
Very true. And Guts learns how to fight via Gambino, and then like becomes a good fighter, and then Gambino drunkenly.
Well, Gambino gets his leg blown off by a cannon.
Oh yeah, he gets
an alcoholic.
He gets fucked up by a cannon and becomes an alcoholic and adopts a dog, as you do. That dog wasn't there before, right? He adopts it after he eats.
New dog.
New dog. Who dis?
And this dog is more important than Guts.
True, because Guts comes back and he's like, "Hey, I killed some people, man." And Gambino's like, "But what about meat?"
He actually had a really impressive feat that he accomplished, and and all this, and he was just like, "Shut up! Where's the dog food? We need to feed the dog."
Yeah.
Yeah, he won a battle and got a lot of gold.
Yeah, true. I personally would have just killed him right there, but Guts waits until he is drunkenly attacked.
he waits like he premeditated it.
Like he knew he wanted to kill him, but he was going to wait. Gambino drunkenly attacks him, and Guts stabs him.
Yeah, blames him for all the misfortune in his life. Talks
Yeah.
about how he's a bad omen, cursed devil child.
And the rest of the people who are like part of this, I guess, mercenary
The mercenary
group,
guys, yeah.
they're like, "Hey, you killed Gambino. We're gonna fuck you up for that."
Well, they're like, "Hey, Guts, what happened?" And Guts instinctively like swipes at them with the sword and cuts one of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we got to murder this child."
Well, to be fair, they're not. The way their tone is not just like, "Hey, man, what was that all about?" They're like, "What the fuck did you do?"
They walk in and they're like, "Don't tell me you killed him."
I can't believe you fucking killed him. Let's kill him.
Yeah, and there's no Donovan.
Damn,
Yeah.
Master, you're really fixated on this Donovan character. What's up with that?
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Listen, you show me a
To show
photo of this Donovan man, and
I did.
I'm happy he is not in here.
No, but the Donovan stuff kind of ties into why Guts has trust issues when he meets the Band of the Hawk. And he
Instead,
spent
this
most
is
of the Golden Age haunted by the stuff that happened here, and we only get to see some of it.
true. We do get to see how Guts got that scar, though, because someone swipes at him and he gets like a cut on his nose.
Yeah, and he falls off a cliff, too. But
Well,
gets
yeah,
no
that
scar
comes
from
later.
that.
I mean, the main thing about Donovan was it kind of established why Guts doesn't want to be touched. That's really kind of what it did. I think they're able to convey his trust issues fine with the whole Gambino thing, where he just gets like treated like total trash all of a sudden
Yeah,
by
but
the one who cared about him.
it would have helped if we saw this before he got treated nicely. You know, if this was episode 2.
That's true.
Yeah, they're doing the
like,
Netflix thing of trying to be clever with the sequencing of events. Or really, they should just be doing it chronologically like the manga did.
It's true because I mean they have at least done us the favor of showing us the Guts as the Black Swordsman before the end of the series.
Which the manga also does. And actually, we get more of him as the Black Swordsman before we get to this flashback arc.
Yeah, like Stare was saying, when you see Guts actually having a good time and like finding people who he likes, it really it juxtaposed really well with the story we just saw about how his whole life was just extremely just like the beyond.
Yeah, and how shitty it is afterwards in the present, where he can't even hang out with people without them turning into demons.
Yeah, which again, we don't really get to see the extent of that either. So we're missing out a lot of important context for like why this is so important. What's going on?
It's true because the one episode we see all of Guts is that he's actually seeking out demons. Really, the demons aren't really just coming to him.
Yeah, like the brand he has is just like, oh, he's got a brand. What's up with that? Anyways, it's golden era time, golden age hour.
Golden Age hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happy hour.
Yeah, he falls down a cliff and like he's pretty much like, I guess this is how I die, but I'm not dead.
And then he fights some wolves.
Yeah, he fights one wolf and then all the other wolves are like, whoa. Get a load of this, dude. Which is that
I guess
how
that
it
must
works?
have been like the alpha wolf that he killed.
Yeah. Yeah, he does some Liam Neeson in The Grey. What's the name of that movie?
In the Grey?
Is that the name of the movie? The Grey? I guess so. Let's
The
call
Grey?
it that. Yeah, he
What if
kills
it
some
was
wolves like Liam Neeson does in that one movie where he kills wolves.
Does he actually kill wolves? I think the wolves just kill people, and he's on his own at the end. And it's assumed that the wolves will kill him as well.
I thought he was alone for the movie. Like, for at
No,
least
there's
the
other
portion
people.
of the movie is him being
Like the
alone.
plane crashes, and there's all these people, and he's like, "Don't you get it? You're already dead. If you're within 300 miles of a wolf and its cubs."
I was just walking around. I was looking for wolves. Looking for a wolf to kill. And that's what Guts does. And then we get a time jump when we come back. And Guts is now a swole man.
Yeah, he's all caked up, like
It's true.
in the muscles.
It's fun. It's funny that we like cut that. We cut back, and Guts is just like, "Hello, I'm an adult." How much time has passed in this? Has it been like 3 years or something?
Who knows?
But we get Griffith riding around. They're like, "Look at this dude. He's the White Hawk."
Yes, is this where Griffith gets knighted?
No, that's next.
Or is that
episode.
next? Sorry.
But it ends with everyone being like, "Griffith's the White Hawk" or whatever, and we're like, "Wow, White Hawk and Black Swordsman."
To great taste.
Yeah. Do they taste great together? Find out. And that's the end of the first episode.
They do. For the entire series, yes.
The second episode that we watched this week, titled "Sword and the Wind." Guts is now like the commander of one of Griffith's armies, and he's leading his men into battle. Specifically, he goes in by himself to distract these guys,
and he messes up the plan.
Yeah, except he doesn't really though, because Griffith mentions that he planned accordingly for Guts to mess up the plan.
It goes fine, but it just wasn't the plan.
And what I like about this scene is that we cut back to the king after the battle has ended, and he like gives like the Marge Simpson sound, but in like approval, where he's like, "Mm."
Yeah, I watched the dub, and the only thing I noticed with the voices is that Goku is just one of the Band of the Hawk members.
Which one?
Just a random one?
I think he's nameless. Like he's just like,
no!
They couldn't even make.
Wow, good job, Guts! You did a really great thing out there.
They couldn't even make Goku Rickert.
No, he's just some guy.
Damn.
And can you guys want to guess who Eggman or Eggman's current voice actor Mike Pollock is playing as?
I assume he voices one of the Dukes.
Yes, he voiced one of the guys who's like, "I can't believe these people are here."
He does like, what's his name?
Zod?
He's the guy who like he's super incompetent.
Oh yeah, the guy who
Corcus?
No,
no, he gets messed up by Guts. Like his face is all ruined.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he just sounds like Eggman.
Ozo? No, that
was last week.
I don't think we got to the part where his face gets messed up yet, Keo. You're jumping ahead. Shame on you.
Oh, sorry, but
I mean, his face does get messed up this episode, doesn't it?
I don't remember. Well, now my brain's all confused.
Anyway,
I thought he did, but I don't know.
The king approves of their methods, but Casca does not. She essentially tears Guts a whole new asshole. And Griffith shows up and he's like, "Why are you guys always arguing?"
He's like, "Casca, you're completely correct, but Guts is the best guy."
But Casca, you're correct here, but Guts, he's my boy.
Oh, Gaston is voiced by Sean Shamel. Gaston being that nobleman who's an fail son.
So does he do multiple characters?
Probably.
Oh wait, is this guy in the band? Oh no, this is him. Yeah, just
yes.
I didn't know he had a name, but he's not important.
Yeah, Casca's like, "Fine, whatever." She's like, I can't believe Griffith will always side with his bro over me, his hoe." And Corcus is like, "Hey, I'll kill him anytime you want." And she's like, "Shut up, Corcus."
As you should.
Corcus, I'm not getting with you. We already know what happens to you. Like, you just shut up.
Yeah, Casca has future sight.
But only for
only Corcus.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm fine." Corcus is the one who gets fucked up.
Corcus is like if Kai from Gundam had his own Jared. That would be Corcus.
Yeah. True. Also, Kai from Gundam does eventually become somewhat more tolerable.
Yeah.
Corcus so far. I guess maybe Corcus does too. Who knows?
Who knows?
So are you saying that if Corcus like survives this scenario here, he like becomes a journalist?
You become the court jester.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like whatever the medieval equivalent of a journalist is.
Yeah.
You're saying it because they're clowns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, guys, I apologize. I found a YouTube video that's 8 minutes long. That's titled "Why Corcus Matters." So I guess he is important, and I retract my statement about him not being important.
Dang.
Fair enough.
All right. But yeah, eventually Griffith gets knighted as a viscount of the courts, and they're all hanging out there. They're all hanging out there except for Guts, who is busy practicing his swing.
Yeah, he's got like he's got like bundles of wood tied to the sword, and he's swinging it up and down one-handed, and sweat's glistening off his brow.
And he's like, "This is better than being at a coronation for my friend."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's getting knighted, and all these noblemen are like, "What a disgrace! I can't believe they let this guy in here. He doesn't have a dick." They're making this guy a knight with no wiener. And Griffith's like waving to everybody. He's like, "Hey, guess what? I'm a knight now." And Casca's like, "Listen, we gotta act differently because Griffith is a knight and stuff." And Guts is like, "Sure, whatever."
Yeah, we kind of glossed over the fact that Griffith was, he's definitely not. He said some pretty weird things to Guts. He's like, he basically is saying, "You're my little man. I'm gonna tell you when it's time for you to die."
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, because we glossed over in the last episode where Griffith shows Guts his what do they call these? Behellets?
Bellet. Yeah.
Yeah, which is his little demon man who's his little eye man who hangs out
his
on
little
his neck.
egg. His little
He's
egg
like,
figurine.
He's like, I think it's pretty neat. And I'm gonna be. It says, if I have this, I can be the ruler one day.
And Guts holds it for 1 second, and the eye opens, and he's just terrified.
Guts is like, "This is the most horrible thing ever. You should probably..." He doesn't really say you shouldn't carry this, but he probably thinks that. He's probably like really weirded out by that.
I think he's trying to figure out whether or not that eye really opened or not. Or whether he's seeing things.
Yeah, I think Griffith refers to it as the egg of the king.
I'm pretty sure Guts is actually weirded out by it. I think he explicitly says it's horrible or something like that.
Yeah. So they go.
But
and...
I think he's mostly just jaded about the way Griffith talks about him. Like, really, like it would be like if we came with the podcast Stairmaster.
Yeah.
And Swanson was like, she's like, "You guys are my little men, and you're gonna do what I say, and I'm gonna be the boss of everything."
Well, I mean, I do say stuff similar to that.
But we don't listen.
If I throw a stick, you're gonna go get it and pick it up and bring it over to me. I would be like, "I quit the pod. I'm gonna start the new podcast with Stairmaster, and it's gonna be the Jerk Off Cast."
That's right.
Infinitely more popular all of a sudden.
Yeah, we could call it like Cum Town or something.
That's good.
Yeah.
With a K. So yeah, they go into battle again, and they're doing like a simple raid here, and Guts notices that all the buildings are smoking. We also get introduced to this general dude.
Gaston.
This is Gaston.
Who thinks he's in a different show.
He sounds like Eggman, which I can believe.
No, he sounds like Goku.
Oh, this is Goku's actor?
According to Wikipedia, it's Goku in the dub.
Huh. Okay. That's wild to me, but alright. If you had told me that Robotnik was this guy, that would have made sense to me. But the idea that his voice is Goku's voice, I'm not so sure about that one.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Gaston is someone else.
No, you're right. It says so on Wikipedia.
Well, it says it's Gaston, but maybe I'm confusing Gaston with a different character.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know.
Gaston is in the Band of the Hawk. Was he in the Band of the Hawk?
No, this is the guy who was like some blue hippo or some shit.
Oh,
I don't know what they called them.
No, I'm thinking of the dumb guy. So This is guy who's like, I'll use my secret technique.
Yeah, and Guts notices that the how the buildings are smoking, and he diverts from the plan. And Casca's like, "No, you can't be doing this shit again. I'm gonna stop you." And Guts is like, "Be gone." And like literally swings his sword, and then wards off Griffith just in time for some explosions to happen. And the guy's like, I've done my perfect plan of blowing up the base.
Yeah,
and like one of his.
Yeah, that guy's voiced by Eggman.
Yes, the blonde guy, the blonde, dark-skinned man.
Oh, so it is okay. So it is perfect casting. Okay, because I could definitely see it being like this all went according to plan.
That's exactly what he sounded like, and that's what he said.
Yeah, I used my classic blow up the base technique.
You absolute idiot! You lying idiot! You stupid idiot! And he's like, "Oh, I'll fix this. I'll fix it. I'll fix it."
Yeah. And I guess it remains to be seen if he fixes it. But...
Spoilers: he doesn't fix it.
Yeah, I would imagine. But yeah, later Casca's like, "Listen, you disobeyed orders, but you were right this time." And Guts is like, "Okay, cool."
He doesn't seem to really care that much about what she has to say about anything.
No. Guts' response to all of her, to whether or not she approves of him or disapproves of him, is the same, which is just like, oh, all right.
Probably the right attitude to have.
Yeah. Pretty much just like, don't talk me. Don't boss me, don't talk me.
Don't boss me, don't talk me. Don't look me. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode there. The last episode we get another pattern here that I'm noticing, which is that the third episode in the three that we watched is the best one. Zod the Immortal. So Guts and his boys, they're leading this raid here. And they hear that this... Guts is pissed off because they've been held back by one dude, apparently. And, like, nobody can believe it. And there's rumors going around that it's this dude, Nosferatu...
Zod.
Nosferatu Zod, named, of course, after the Dracula boy and Superman's greatest foe. Not named Lex Luthor. So Nosferatu Zod is this guy, and they're like, they say that he's been around for thousands of years.
Hundreds.
And when he dies, he comes back. He just shows up at the next battlefield like nothing happened. And Guts is like legitimately... I think this is the most emotion we've ever seen from Guts because all these people have been getting slaughtered and stuff, and he's like, It's time for me to go in solo style. And Guts goes in and sees all of his men just like brutally murdered. And he sees this giant dude with two of his men hanging off of his sword.
Yeah.
And this giant dude's like... Does he even say anything right away?
I don't remember, but he is voiced by Kenji Utsumi, who voiced Rao in Fist of the North Star.
Huh. If only they had played Rao's theme when he showed up.
Nah.
Would have been a very different moment.
He's very, very similar character.
Yeah? So yeah, Guts tries to fight this guy, and he gets pretty beaten up.
Thrown against a stone wall which craters on impact.
Well, he's a big, beefy boy.
Zod is a strong individual.
It's true.
He'd be a fantastic training partner.
Yeah, too bad he's on the side of evil, as we learn.
I think Goku would be fine with this guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be his full thoughts on it.
I think Goku, the only problem Goku has is killing people after they're unable to fight.
Well, but all of these people, I guess he did just kill them while they were fighting him.
Yeah, that's fine. But like killing a downed guy, that's bad.
Yeah, so Guts manages to stab him, and then Zod's like, "Whoa, in all of my time, a human's never stabbed me." And
This deeply.
This deep. And
So he goes to his next phase.
That's right. Yeah, he goes to his next phase, and he's the Bat Demon or some shit. And Guts is like, "What the fuck? Holy shit!"
He turns into a Baphomet.
Yes. And at this point, Griffith has heard that Guts went in by himself, and he's like, "Oh no. Didn't he hear me when I said that I'm going to decide where he gets to die? Not here." And Griffith goes in, and at this point, Zod in his bat form is like beating the shit out of Guts real bad. And Griffith shows up, and he's like, "I'll handle this," and then also gets thrashed. I think
he also brought a bunch of crossbowmen who eat shit and die.
Yeah, who are there to get murdered immediately by this Zod guy. So Zod's about to kill Griffith real good, and then he sees his little necklace boy, and he's like,
"Well, no, he gets Guts up, and they manage to chop off his arm by teaming up."
Oh yeah, that's true. That was cool.
And then Zod is just like uses tail whip.
Yeah, and the guy's like, and then he beats Guts with his arm.
Yeah.
With the arm that he got cut off, and then like seals the arm back with his demon powers. And it should be mentioned that the entire time Guts is thoroughly freaked out by all of this because, I mean, who wouldn't be?
Zod is OP. He's I don't know. He's a hacker or something. I don't understand.
I think he might be a demon of some kind.
Well, after 300 years of battle, Kyo, you become that good.
That's not fair. People die after like 10 years in Berserk.
How
do you live that long?
Yeah. Which, I guess Guts is the ticking time bomb because I think he's coming up on 10 years. So
True.
Yeah, they managed to cut off his arm, but then he beats them up with his cut off arm. Then
Griffith's unconscious, Guts paralyzed.
He's like, "Wow, 2 people have managed to stab me in one battle. Too bad they'll be dead now." And then he goes to kill Griffith and sees his necklace guy, and he's like, "Well, I guess I won't be fighting you anymore."
Spoilers, he can't kill him.
Huh, okay. Interesting.
It's almost like some kind of like fate thing that
metaphysically impossible.
So then he sprouts wings and he's like, "Hey, listen, dude, if Griffith's dream dies, you'll be doomed."
Well, when Griffith's dreams dies, it'll drag you down.
Yeah. And
into a fate worse than death.
And he flies away. He's like, "Bye, see ya." And Guts is like, "Huh? Dreams? Death? Am I going to die?"
And then Casket's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
"Stay away from the summoner."
Yeah. And that's pretty much where the episode ends.
It's a cool fight. Doesn't carry over to recaps, though.
It's a cool fight. What can I tell you? Someone gets his arm chopped off, and then he doesn't care. He beats people up with his chopped off arm. But yeah, that's
yeah. And until this point, you kind of forget that there were demons in this world because they don't really. It seems like not even common knowledge to people, and it's just like, oh, here's Zod. He's really strong, and he's gonna fight these guys right now.
Yeah, you just
they seem to have no idea how to parse any of this.
Yeah, so not only us as readers, or not readers, but viewers, we kind of forgot for a little while because we saw all this this Golden Age stuff, but also the characters don't have any clue about it either.
True. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of these 3 episodes. What do we think, guys? What are our general thoughts?
Yeah, definitely picking up steam here. It's good stuff.
Chef-kissing fingertips emoji.
There's obviously some flaws with the adaptation that we mentioned earlier, but they're relatively minor compared to the good stuff we get into. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hashtag justice for Donovan.
Like what? Put him in prison?
Yes! Well, Guts murders him, so I guess that is justice.
Is that justice?
Yeah.
Hashtag
I mean, he dies.
Hashtag release the Donovan cut.
I don't know. I think, like, in some ways... Well, I think in many ways, especially in the world of Berserk, I think being in prison is worse than dying.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But a lot less people get incarcerated.
Yeah.
Because it's a medieval society.
That's true. When people get incarcerated, they're pretty much just incarcerated to be tortured.
Yeah.
Which we'll see a little bit of that later on.
Interesting. Much to think about. Yeah, these were fun episodes. A definite improvement over the original 3, mainly because now we're firmly in the story that they're telling now. It's a little less jarring to be like switching between. I guess in the first episode we watched this week, they did do a lot of jump. They did some jumping between different time periods, but
and that made me angry.
And it feels less like they felt obligated to show it than they needed to show it for the story.
Yeah.
Because the whole, like, again, the Black Swordsman arc being one episode did not do the show any favors. They should have just omitted it entirely.
Yeah, I maintain that was very strange. But yeah, this is good stuff. I'm gonna tune in.
Tune in.
Yes, just like drunk driving.
That's right. It's a tune in on Berserk, which is good because we still got plenty of episodes to go.
Do you ever drink 14 ice cold beers and activate your Behelit?
Get on the horse and ride in a battle.
Getting on the I mean,
that's a real laid-on move.
But yeah, that's about it for this week's episode of the show. Of course, as always, you can go over to buymeacoffee.com/tvtuners if you want to request any bonus episodes. If there's something you want us to talk about, go over there, buy us a coffee, and we'll discuss it.
That's right.
A single coffee gets you a single episode. That's how that works. And here's how this works. We're gonna leave, and then come back next week with more TV goodness. Until then,
crazy.
Keep berserking. Bye. It's over.
I found him.
Hey folks, time for the TV Tuners fact of the week. Did you know that Stairmaster was captain of the Blue Whale squad for 2 weeks before he died?
That's right.